Hey, welcome to The Explainer. So today we're diving into something I think a lot of us have been feeling lately, this growing frustration with Windows. I mean, how did the OS that basically created the whole idea of a personal computer start to feel like it's actively fighting against us? And really, this question is the perfect place to start because it just gets right to the heart of the matter. Have you ever had that feeling? You're just trying to get something done, and it feels like your own computer has a totally different agenda? It's a feeling that perfectly captures what's been going on with the world's most popular operating system. And that's our first stop. Because, look, this isn't just about a few bugs here and there. It's this deeper feeling that the whole relationship we have with our machines has changed. What used to be a personal computer is slowly turning into a source of, well, personal frustration. I mean, just think about it for a second. That forced restart that happens right before a big meeting, the constant nagging to sign in with a Microsoft account, or you open your start menu and it's suddenly cluttered with ads and apps you swear you never installed. If any of that sounds familiar, trust me, you are not alone. These aren't just little annoyances. They're symptoms of a bigger problem, losing control over the devices we supposedly own. So why is all of this happening? Well, the answer isn't hidden in some confusing settings menu. It's right there in Microsoft's financial reports. To really get what's going on with your PC, we have to follow the money. And that trail? It leads away from your desktop and straight up into the cloud. And this right here shows you everything you need to know. The old Microsoft business model was super simple. They sold you a copy of Windows. Done. That was the main deal. But the new priority, where the real money is in these massively profitable cloud services and selling big software packages to corporations. To put that in perspective, Microsoft's cloud business now brings in more than double the cash of the entire division that Windows is a part of. The everyday person buying a laptop, we're just not the main customer anymore. So you see, this is the new reality. When your main business is the cloud, the whole purpose of the operating system sitting on your desk changes completely. It's not just a product anymore. It's a tool to boost shareholder value. And a huge part of that is data extraction, learning more about you to pull you deeper and deeper into their whole ecosystem of services. Okay, so on one hand, we have this corporate strategy that's all about the cloud. On the other, we have a bunch of users getting more and more frustrated. This is where we connect those two dots. Let's really look at this user backlash and see how that big picture corporate strategy actually shows up right on your screen. Right. So the key thing to understand here is that those frustrations we talked about, they are not accidents. They're direct consequences of the new business model. That constant push for an online account, well, that gets you plugged into their cloud. Those super intrusive updates, they're the delivery system for new features and, new data gathering tools. All that bloatware, that can be a whole other way to make money. These aren't bugs, they're features. And, this quote from our source material just says it all, doesn't it? That friction you feel when you're using your own computer, that's exactly what happens when a giant tech company prioritizes making its shareholders happy over just providing basic, simple functionality to you, the user. And that brings us to the latest, and honestly, probably the most alarming chapter in this whole story, a new feature called Recall. For a lot of people, and especially for security experts, this wasn't just another annoying feature. This felt like a huge step way too far. So, what on earth is Recall? Well, it's an AI tool that's designed to give your PC a photographic memory by, get this, constantly taking screenshots of literally everything you do. Yeah. As you can imagine, the second security researchers heard that the OS would be creating a searchable visual diary of your every click, massive alarm bells started going off everywhere. And that really boils down to the central debate here. On one hand, is Microsoft giving us this incredible new productivity tool, a way to find anything you've ever seen on your computer? Or, on the other hand, have they just built a privacy nightmare, a giant treasure chest of all your most sensitive data just sitting there, waiting for someone to break in? So all of this, the frustrating updates, the focus on the cloud, the whole controversy with Recall, it all builds toward a much bigger and frankly more fundamental question that we're going to tackle right now. Who does your computer actually work for these days? Because what we're really seeing is this massive shift in what a PC even is. It's becoming less of a product that you own and control and more like a service terminal. It's a platform that's ultimately controlled by the company that made it. And it's designed not just to serve you, but to use your data to serve its own business goals. And so I'll just leave you with this final thought. It forces us to ask a really critical question, right? As that line gets blurrier and blurrier between the tools we use and the services that use us, when your computer is working so hard for its maker, can it still really, truly work for you?